G'day guys, got another unboxing for the My Stash series of videos that I've been uploading recently. Still quite a few to go guys, I'm not even halfway through my stash. So, what I have in front of me is probably one of the first kits that I've bought, and this kit is very old, and for me anyway. It's a TAMIYA German King Tiger. Okay, it's what is it? It's the production turret, 1/35 scale. Okay, and looking at the date here is 1993, and we're in 2017. So I've had this for a while. You can tell just by the box; it's all brown, covered in dirt, and all right. But typical TAMIYA, just a white box with the vehicle on the front. On the bottom, okay, we got some images of the Tiger, pretty much the box art, but just front, rear, and side views of the Tiger 2. Alright, and on the top, we have the Tiger 2 in a museum, so that's a museum example. Which museum it's in, I couldn't even begin to tell you where, okay, and there's just another variant of the Tiger on the box, and by the looks of it, it comes with a commander figure, alright, in there as well, alright, and nothing to show on the other sides because it's exactly the same as the top. Okay, so I'm going to crack this open. Alright, so remember guys, when you watch my video, if you've only just joined us, or you've only just subscribed to my channel and this is the first video that you're watching, these videos that I'm doing are unboxings of the kits in my stash. These aren't kit reviews of how you buy them in stores, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so if I've added extra stuff in there, it's because it's just how I store them. Alright, so we got some magic tracks. Okay, most of my kits, probably you're going to see magic tracks in them. I do want to thank Charles Emerson, a very talented modeler with an enormous stash. Okay, he hates magic tracks, and he uses frills. So if he buys a dragon kit, comes with magic track, they're gone, in goes the frills. So he was kind enough to strip out all the magic tracks out of all his kits and then send them me free of charge. So if you are watching, Charles, thanks mate, muchly appreciate it. You know these are going to get put to good use. Okay, so there are some dragon magic tracks in here as well, and I'll show you why. All the way down the bottom of the box, I have the original vinyl tracks, and now I've taped them on the bottom back in the day just to keep them flat, but yeah, they're not going to get used. These are going to get thrown out of the box. Okay, so they're there anyway. And then you can see, being a TAMIYA kit, there's not many parts in here, so what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of this box and going to show you. So we do have a mesh, and it looks like, I don't know what that little piece of cardboard is as yet, but we do get some screws in here. We do get some poly caps, so we get one screw with one nut, and whatever that is, I don't even know. It's probably some kind of adhesive or some sort. Right, so we'll have a look at that in a minute. We'll find out the instructions. Alright, so the instruction book, black and white. Typical TAMIYA. And is it a fold out? Yes, it is a landscape fold out. Right, so let's start from the very beginning. So a bit about the Tiger 2. Reads multi-language. You have to read the whole lot. Okay, I don't know if you can see that on your screen, depends how big your screen is that you watch it on. It's just this little paragraph if you read English and each language, etc, etc, etc. Alright, so, and then just some simple things to read, just some tools required to build a model, and we've got lower hull, rear plate, and all the suspension swing arms to go in here. We've got road wheels, drive sprockets in step 2, and then every now and then you'll see this little man. It says make sure that every road wheel contacts the ground. Okay, so whenever you see this little cartoon man, there's some kind of something of importance to read. Alright, so all the road wheels are going on with the external hubs. Okay, so it shows you here inside and outside, the difference between the, so you don't get confused, there are differences. The outside that bulges out, and the inside has an innie. Alright, and then touching the exhaust. Alright, we have a jack. Alright, so we've got the exhaust going on there. We have the vision ports, or view ports, we want to call them. Okay, these mesh grills, that little mesh thing that comes in this packet, there is no PE, okay, it's just this, I assume, so you have to glue those on there for the engine covers. And step 6, okay, they are talking about Zimmerit, okay, so wherever it's shaded out in grey is where Zimmerit goes. I mean, don't mind that bottom bit here, that's just the tracks, just so they didn't have to draw the rest in. But what is that? Hold with cellular tape. Alright, so Zimmerit, and just a bit on track construction here, not much to it. That's if you want to use the vinyl tracks supplied in the kit. Alright, then we've got upper hole parts, so we've got light hole machine gun, so we've got the whole machine gun, touching upper hole parts A, so we've got all the tools like the crowbar, the shovels, the crank, alright, so D-shackles and everything else that goes on the upper hole. And then just to finish off with the tow cables, the engine service hatch or access hatch, whatever you want to call it, an axe and a hammer. And then adding more details to the rear. Okay, surprisingly, there is detail on inside of the turret. Okay, it's something I haven't seen in my other Tiger kits that I've got, not including the Tacom King Tiger. Okay, that's a completely different kit on its own, but I'm talking about the Dragon ones and the Cyber Hobby Tigers that I have. Okay, so we got a 2-piece barrel, and so it's 2 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 pieces all together to assemble that, including the 2 halves. Turret ammo racks, shells. Okay, so the shells aren't included, but it does come with turret ammo racks. If you don't want to use them, this would come in use for another Tiger if you want to save them, because it'd be a bit of a waste just to throw them in. You don't see them unless you leave the hatches open on top of the turret. Okay. Alright, step 12. Okay, so we've got more Zimmerit to go in here on the front plate and also on the side. Alright, and then we got the loader's hatch. Details, select either D7 or D15 for ventilator. Alright, so there's the ventilators. You get 2 different parts here. Okay, so just like I said, whenever you see this little man, tank commander, just make sure you read what he has to say, because he's not just speaking shit, he's actually mentioning things of importance. Alright, so attaching the gun barrel and all the lifting points for the turret, and we've also got the the spare track link mounts to go on the side here as well. Okay, so it also says commander's hatch open. Alright, so there is an open or closed option for here if you want to put the figure in. And then going on all the spare track links, we've also got the machine gun going on top, and then turret installation, so it's just a drop and twist. But I generally cut the tabs off of the turret and just a drop in, because I hate scratching the paint when you put it in a twist. So it's basically I cut the turrets off, and I might try and work out how to install them using rare earth magnets as well, so I can just plop it in. I do have a bulk rare earth magnets in my toolbox that I haven't really used yet. So the final couple of pages is the markings. Okay, so it's not too bad. We've got the commander figure, we've got an option here with Zimmerit, and we also the unzimmerited options, but with the camouflage schemes, with also with the decals. Okay, so in page 10, painting and everything like that, it's all done. And it does talk about on the back here the Zimmerit coating, how to apply it. Okay, so and you remember this is what, 19 whatever the year was that I mentioned at the start of the video. Now, the ways to apply Zimmerit hasn't really changed that much, as in putties and blades, but nowadays you got things that are coming out by Def models that are and even, I think even Meng's doing it now, where you've got like Zimmerit decal sheets, so you just stick them on and then away you go. So that is that. Alright, so we're going to crack this box open and have a look. Alright, so there isn't too many parts in here, guys. There's like 2 bags. So we've got the upper and lower hole. Okay, very, very plain. as you can see, and we've got just some minor recessed detail, okay, and then all the rear hatch detail is actually still nice on the rear area of the vehicle, okay, so nice riveting detail. But you remember this is an old kit too, guys, so the Sprue says 1993, okay, so things have changed quite dramatically a lot since then. Alright, so you see there, that's how it goes on, like so. Alright, so let's bust this bag out. There's really not too much in here. Typical TAMIYA style staples, so make sure if you've got carpet on the floor and any of these staples come undone, just ditch them in the bin. Alright, so I should pull these out of the sprue. Alright, so there is the commander figure. Alright, so I mean that's not too bad. That's actually quite acceptable for a figure. I mean, if you want to upgrade it with a resin figure or whatever, you know, but I'd still be happy with painting that since my since my figure painting isn't that good. So I'm going to be practicing on this little fella here, just so it does improve. We've got the ammunition racks here, as I showed you in the instructions. Okay, so we've got some hatches. There's the barrel. Barrels, they're not too bad. I do have a spare barrel, metal barrel floating around somewhere, so that will get used. Okay, so I've got the sniffles, guys. But yeah, so that there is Sprue D. They're not too bad. Okay, so we got Sprue A, and we got another Sprue A, so these are duplicated. Alright, so we got the road wheels, all on these two sprues, including the D shackles. We got all the hubs on here as well. You see them running along the side here. We've got the exhausts. Okay, so you do get one exhaust on each sprue. We've also got the track clamps, and all the road wheels are actually they're nicely detailed actually. And the drive sprocket. Now, I've always liked the TAMIYA drive sprockets. They're just, you know, they're not over the top, guys. Like, they're not just, you know, wham bam thank you man with awesome detail, but the detail is enough just to make you go wow. Like, it's enough for a kid of this age and a simple build. Okay, remember, this is going to be a simple build. So that there is Sprue A, duplicated, mirrored, however you want to call it. And in the final bag, oh my god, the final bag already. Alright, so in the final bag we have some decals. Alright, so right there, you can see they're not too bad. Alright, we've also got some spare track links. Alright, so remember, it does come with vinyl tracks, so they are the spare track links right there in Sprue B. And finally, there's a loose part floating around. I think that come off here. That's part 56C. But we got the side skirts, the plastic tow cables. We got the rear fenders or rear mud guards. Okay, so we got the gunner and loaders hatch, or gunners and drivers hatch here. We've also got the rear plate. We've got the jack. Okay, so the infamous jack is there. And then we've got the vent caps. Alright, so they do give you options. Remember, in the instructions there are two variants that you can put on top of the vehicle. And then we got the front machine gun mount on here, which is quite nice. And we got all these little clips. Memory with TAMIYA grab handles, they're pretty flimsy, so make sure you do cut away from the edge, like cut a fair way back on the clip point and then sand your way back into there. And same with the shovels. I mean, you see how much, there's not much plastic on the handle at all, so you got to be careful. And another tow rope. So these will be your top ones for your deck, and this one will be for the side. So guys, that's the box empty. Thanks for watching, and if you're not subbed to this channel, hit the sub button down below. And if you like or dislike this video, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. Feel free to comment down below if you've got any questions regarding this kit or anything else that you've seen in this video. So have a great day, guys, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Catch up.